Hello learners, my name is Teacher Jonathan. Welcome to EasyElimu Learning Simplified. In our lesson for today in grade 4 mathematics activities, we are on whole numbers, and on whole numbers we are rounding off numbers 101 to 500 to the nearest tens. And before we round these numbers from 101 to 500, in our previous lesson, we learned on how to round off numbers from 1 up to 100 to the nearest tens. And in our pairs, we can remind ourselves what we did. And when we are rounding off, we said this. What did we say, John? That rounding off of numbers is writing numbers to the nearest tens. Writing numbers to their nearest tens. That is correct. And for our activity of today, we have some numbers in our fishing pot. I would like us, we pick the numbers here and we arrange them the way we pick them. And the first number that we pick is number 417. 417 becomes our first number. 417 becomes our first number. Our second number is number 213. Arrange them the way you pick them in your groups. Kindly don't work alone. Work with the others. 213. Work with others. The third number. Pick the third number. The third number is 111. 111. Correct. Arrange it the way it has come. The other number, and it is the last number for us, it is number 326. 326. 326. Class, in our groups, I would ask a question. Let us start with the first number, 417. 417 is nearest to which tens? Is nearest to which tens? Is it, remember the way we did the first time? It is it is nearest to 20 or nearest to 10. So we say 417. 417 is nearer to 420 than 410. So that means we round it off to 420. So we round it off. We round it off. We round it off to 420. And that is correct. So when we are rounding off 417 to the nearest tens, we round it off upwards to 420. That is correct. In our groups, round off the next number, which was number 213 was our next number. John and your group, Victoria and your group. Victor, how have you rounded off this number? How have you rounded off this number? Number 213. It is our next number, 213. How have you rounded off? We see that 213 is nearer to either 210 or 220. So between those 210 and 220, between those two numbers, 213 is nearer to which number? So 213 is nearer to 210. So it is nearer to 210 than 220. So if it is nearer to 210, it means now this one will round it off to the nearest tens as 210. So we round it off. We round it off to 210, and 210 becomes our answer. Now, I hope we have understood. It's very simple as that. Can we round now number 111? And this one now I'll ask Wangari to round it for us. Wangari, what is your answer after you round out off and after the discussion with your group? Which it is nearest to which number? It is nearest to 110 or 120. So 111 is nearer to 110 than 120. 120. So when we are rounding it off, we round it off to 110. So our answer becomes 110. That is our rounding off. We have rounded off to 110. And the last number is 326. When you round it off, 326, Victoria, what have you gotten as your answer? 326. 326 is nearer to which number? Is nearer to either 320 or 330. Is nearer to 330 than 320. 320. It is nearer to 330 than 320. So we round it off to 330. So our answer becomes 330. Class, that is rounding off of our numbers to the nearest tens. And numbers are between 101 to 500. Our task for today, round off the following numbers to the nearest tens. Round off the following numbers to the nearest tens. And the first number is 102. The second number is 212. The third number is 419. And the last number is 277. We are rounding off those three numbers to the nearest tens. We are rounding off these numbers to the nearest tens. Class, any question? If you don't have any question, kindly when you go home, ask your parents and your brothers and sisters to help you come up with as many numbers as you can. Numbers ranging from 101 up to 500. 101 up to 500. Make sure the numbers you've come up with, you rounded them off to their nearest tens. Round them off to the nearest tens. And that marks the end of our lesson for today.